Alright, so hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, by the title, we're doing my everyday makeup look. Well, my everyday makeup look when I'm actually wearing makeup. I don't wear makeup every day. That's too much work for me. But I'm going to be showing you guys the makeup look that I do when I am wearing makeup. So we're going to jump straight into it. Show you guys all the products. You guys always ask what I do. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So let's get started and get my bare, pale face, you know, looking alive a little bit. Yeah, it's very pale and I have some dark circles, but it's okay. This is life, right? Okay, let's get into the video. I'm just gonna pin my hair back with these little hair clips. I just got these from Amazon. These are my favorite. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin. So I'm going to use the Desi Claro KC Vitamin C Serum. This is my favorite holy grail. This is my moisturizer all-in-one. This is what I use every morning. So I'm just going to put this on my face. And I use about 2 pumps of this on my face. And I really just coat it on there. And this just helps with acne scarring. As you can tell, my skin is very prone to it. So this just helps kind of get those away while prepping my skin at the same time. Alright, so we're going to let that sit on my face just so it kind of sinks in a little bit. And while we're doing that, I'm going to just do my brows. This is the NYX Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I'm just going to fill it in slightly. I have pretty good brows, but I do have sparse areas they like to fill in, so that is what we're going to do here. Alright, so this is my brows here, but I'm going to clean them up a little bit more, so I'm going to actually conceal them. And I use the Too Faced Born This Way concealers in Golden Beige and Light Beige. I mix these together just because I'm kind of in my winter shade right now, so this like matches me perfectly. So I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand and mix it together. And I just take like a small little brush like this, and I use this to clean up underneath and kind of like base my eyelid. Alright, and what I do next is I take my wet sponge. This is just like an e.l.f. blending sponge, and I just kind of pat my eyebrows. I know this is so weird, but it takes off like the extra concealer product, as you can see, so it doesn't look like super harsh. It looks like it's actually like my natural, you know, like brow, and I didn't like conceal it to make it super clean. So I just do this. I know it's so weird, but it works, and it takes off all the excess product. And then what I do is I go in with a little bit more concealer on the side just to make sure I add on my lid. And then I'm going to go straight into my Laura Mercier powder and just set my eyelid just so it's prepped for eyeshadow. Alright, so now that we have our eyes set, I'm going to use tape. You can use any tape. I just have like this washi tape. I'm just going to use this because this is what I have. And I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to use this kind of like as a, I guess, cleanup thing for my eyeshadow. So we're just going to cut these, and I'm going to put these on the outer corner of my eyes, and this kind of acts like as an eyeliner, like kind of guideline, as well as it makes sure my eyeshadow doesn't go past this. Alright, so now that we look extra crazy, I really like doing this though because I'm super lazy. I don't like cleaning it up after, so this just helps like as a guideline. Also, I like the winged look with my eyeshadow and just like my makeup in general, so this gives it without actually having to put on eyeliner, which you guys will see. So let's get into the eyeshadow and all that. Alright, so for my eyeshadow, I'm using the Tarte Full Bloom palette. This is like a huge ass palette with all these shades, which is just amazing. I love this. It's very like neutral goldens and like purples and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of like reflecting, but this is what we're using. I'm just going to start off by putting a color in my crease. So I'm going to take the shade here, Optimistic, which is just like a light brown shade, and pop that in my crease. So now that we got the crease color in there, I'm going to switch my brush just for like the outer corner, and I'm just going to take this darker brown shade here and just pop this on my outer corner and kind of use it like to smoke it out on the edges. And then I always switch back to the brush I was using for my crease, and just to make sure everything is blended, because you don't want any harsh lines and you don't want patches. And as you can see, we're leaving like the inner corner alone. We're just leaving it very open, no shadow there for now. Alright, so next I'm going to take this little pencil brush and go into this even darker brown shade. This one's like a mocha brown, and I'm going to pop this kind of like on the outer corner as an eyeshadow eyeliner thing, and just kind of smoke it out a little bit there. Alright, and then next I'm going to take this like angled eyeliner type brush, and I'm going to go into the darkest shade in this palette and use this as an eyeliner, like winged eyeliner on the outer corner. Alright, so this is what we have going on, and as you can see, it's kind of like a ombre-ish, like smoky eyeliner. It's just like a very like natural glam is what I call it. But that's it for like the eyes right now. So we're gonna take off the tape, and as you can see, we have a very clean line. We don't have to worry about cleaning up underneath, which is what I love. I always mess up my left side, and my right side always ends up good. I don't know why, but yeah, the tape really helps. It acts as a really good guideline. I do get a little bit of makeup here, so I'm just gonna wipe it off. There we go. So the eyes are almost done, but I'm gonna work on my face now, and just let my eyes kind of be there for now. But the wing like eyeshadow eyeliner turned out really good, as you can tell. Okay, so onto my face. We already set it with the vitamin C serum, so we're gonna go straight into concealer. I use the same concealers, the Born This Way. I do a little bit more of golden beige because it's a little bit more yellow, so I just put like a dot on my cheeks. I don't like to do a lot of this because I don't want my face to be cakey, but I just put on my cheek, my chin, and then on my forehead. We have acne here. Skin's normal, guys. We got spots. I have hyperpigmentation and all that. I just do a little spot of light beige because this is kind of like more gray, so mixing it together kind of gives me my perfect shade. And I just put it on any spots that I think I need, any acne, but those are like the main areas that I put it on. And we're gonna blend this together with my e.l.f. ultimate blending brush. This was like $4. It's really cheap, and it's like my favorite brush. So I just use this to blend it away, like so. And I'm actually gonna switch brushes for my forehead just so it's like more small. I actually got this from Marshall's for like $5. It's just like a small blending brush, and I'm just gonna use this to blend this away. And while we're doing that, I'm going to take my concealer and do my under eyes because my bags are not working for me. So I take golden beige and I pop this in the inner corner like that, and one swipe on the end. And then I take light beige and I just put a little spot just there. I don't want too much, just a little. And what I'm going to take is my e.l.f. blending sponge and just do my under eyes and just blend it away. And as you can see, we're looking like very bright underneath, which is what we want. Dark circles, I'm not here for them, no. Alright, and I always take my sponge around my mouth just to kind of conceal around there, lighten it up. I feel like I get dark in this area a lot. And then I take my sponge and just blend out those marks with where my acne was, just to pat it out. And I do it really gently because I want to get the most coverage there. Go. So now we have a nice even base for all the other products. So I do cream products for my face just because I feel like it looks more natural. I like the way it blends. So I'm actually going to do a cream contour with concealer. This is the Rare Beauty concealer in the shade 460W. I love this. It blends so nicely. So I'm going to be using this for my bronzer slash contour. So I just take it off the brush, and I always like wipe off the excess on the bottle. And I'm just going to put a spot right there on each side, like so. And I'm taking my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. It's just like a double-ended brush. This is my favorite. And I'm going to use this to blend my contour away. So I always focus it on my top half because I have a very round face. So I want to kind of slim it out as much as possible. So I'm just going to take this and just start blending. And I do like a pat, kind of like drag motion like this. And as you can see, I'm really focusing it on just that top half there. And I always bring it on my temple, forehead, a little bit down here by my ear. And as you can see, it kind of gives some color back in my face, gives it a little bit more shaping compared to this side. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And if you ever put too much bronzer on, I just go in with the like foundation concealer brush and I just kind of pat it out. But we're gonna go into cream blush, and I use the Rare Beauty one in the shade Believe. This is their dewy formula. I love this. It's one of my favorites. The color is stunning. I popped this on the back of my hand just because this is super pigmented and I feel like it's easier to control this way. So I just put it on the back of my hand like that, and I take another e.l.f. Duo complexion brush. I have two of these, one for bronzer, one for blush, and I just put the product on there. I grab it from the back of my hand. Again, this just makes it easier to control the product because this is super pigmented and you don't want to ruin your makeup by putting a ton of blush on. So I just do this, and I focus this on the outer parts of my face, again, to give more of that look, you know? I don't really like to focus things on the apples of my cheeks. And I always pop it on my chin, forehead, and nose to kind of bring in that color. And I just go in with my like concealer brush and go on my forehead just because sometimes the color gets a little bit too much. And I always keep like a wet wipe to wipe my hand because I always use it as like a palette. Alright, so now that we got all the cream products done, we're very dewy and glowy, which we love, but my under eyes are creasing because I didn't set them, and also I want my makeup to stay in place, so I'm gonna set it. I'm just gonna go in with my sponge and just do my under eyes just because they crease, and then I'm going to set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I mainly focus this under my eyes and then kind of put it on the rest of my face, and I just take the leftover stuff that's on my sponge and just kind of slightly set the rest of my face just because I don't want my face to like transfer onto anything. I don't want it to be sticky, so I just use it straight off of my face. I'm just kind of pressing the powder in. I'm not dipping back in the powder or anything, just using what's on the sponge already. Okay, so now that our face is set, I feel like I kind of lost a little bit of color, so I'm just gonna go back in with the blush brush. I already know there's product on here, and I just pop this back in those spots just to bring a little bit of life in me. As you can tell, it made like a huge difference. Okay, so our face is pretty much done, so we're gonna go back to the eyes. I know it's a lot of back and forth. I just like to do it that way, but I'm gonna take a like makeup wipe, and I always get makeup on my eyelashes, so I just use this to kind of wipe off the excess just so it's clean. Alright, so my eyelids are kind of a little bit plain. I mean, obviously you can leave it like this with just like that, but I like to add sparkle, so I use this Athena palette. I actually got this sent to me. I think this is a dupe for one of the Huda palettes. It looks like this, but I use this just for this one single eyeshadow here in the corner. It's like a goldish shade. I don't know, it's like a glittery gold shade. So I'm just gonna take this on my ring finger, and I just am gonna pop this only in like the inner half of my eyelid. I'm not putting this on the brown spot, just here, just like that, and it just adds like a little bit of shimmer, a little bit dimension, makes it not look so flat compared to like this side. And I always go in with like this flat kind of like concealer brush, and I have a little bit of the product on here, and I just really get in my inner corners there, just kind of blend everything out like so. And then this is what the eyeshadow looks like with the glitter, which is super pretty. I love it. So I'm gonna curl out my eyelashes with the Shiseido eyelash color, and then I'm gonna go straight into mascara after, and I'm gonna use the Maybelline Skyline in Waterproof. This is in brownish black. I don't use black mascara anymore. I just like the way this one looks. So I'm gonna do my eyelashes super intensely and then pop this on. I usually do about 2 or 3 coats of the mascara. And you can just see the difference in my eyes when I curl my eyelashes, like so much better. And the waterproof mascara helps hold the curl, because if I don't use waterproof, it just goes back down to being sad, and we don't want that. So waterproof mascara, lifesaver. Material girl. Material girl. Okay, so we're done mascara for now. So what am I gonna do? What's next? What's next? Oh, my lower lash line. Yes, my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the Tarte palette, and I'm gonna use like the mocha chocolate, and I'm gonna use this shade that I used for like my outer corner crease area, and I'm gonna pop this on my lash line on the bottom. Okay, so So next I'm going to do my inner corner because it just looks blah to me and I want to brighten it up. So I'm going to go in with like a little mini, I don't even know, this is like a, I call this an inner corner brush. And I spray it with setting spray. This is just the Sephora one. So the brush is wet that way. So I just do like a little spray on there. And we're going into a new palette. This is the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette. I think they discontinued this, so I'm so sorry. But I'm just going to use it for this big shade here. And I'm going to pop this just in my inner corner. So next I'm going to do eyelashes, but I only do it on the outer corner because I don't really like the feeling of like a whole eyelash. So I use these Kiss ones. These are the MLBB, my lash but better. I use the one in no filters. That's the style that I use here. This is what it looks like. I have an old pair that I'm using, but I just cut them like halfway, as you can see here. I cut the outer corner and that's what I'm using. Like I said, I don't like to use the whole lash. So I'm just gonna put some glue on here, but I put it on a little bit differently. This is, oops, this is kind of what makes or breaks my eye look. So here's like the outer corner. I'm actually putting them underneath my lash line instead of on top. So you have to put the glue on the top here, which is what I'm gonna show you how to do. So here's the eyelash here, and do you see that part here? We're gonna put the glue here, which I'm gonna show you, and we're just gonna pop it. I'm gonna do it here and then show you guys after. Okay, so I put the glue here. I don't know if you can see, but it's like on this part. It's not like in the middle, it's like on the top part, just so it can stick here. This takes trial and error, to be honest. It took me a hot minute to figure it out, but once you do, it looks so much better and it looks so much more natural, which is why I love doing this. So I'm just gonna put glue on here and then we're gonna let it kind of sit and get tacky, just so we're not putting like dripping wet glue on our eyes, because then it won't stick. Okay, so I'm going to set my eyebrows and I'm using the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. This is just a clear one. This is my favorite one and it's super inexpensive. It's like $3. And I just use this to kind of put my brows in place. Okay, so I have to bring the mirror super close to me when I do my lashes. So here's the eyelash and I take like very small tweezers and I just lift my lash line and I pop this on the outer corner. And you have to get really close to your lash line. I put it right there. And then I always take the back end of my tweezers and kind of push it up like that. Which is why you want the glue to be tacky, because if it's not, it's going to slide off because your waterline is already like slippery and stuff. So putting it on this way really helps. So see, and it just makes a little difference, but I think it makes a huge difference. Like it just makes my eyes look more, you know, like out this way. It gives it like that cat eye look, which is what I'm going for. So I love to add it, and you can't even tell that I'm really wearing an eyelash. It just looks like it's my natural lashes. So it's a great hack. And that is what it looks like. It looks super natural, really good, and like I said, you can't even tell that you're wearing fake lashes, which is why I love doing this hack, and it makes a huge difference in my opinion. So now we're done that for now. We're gonna let these dry, and then after we'll put on some bottom stuff. So I'm gonna do my lips again. I just take lip balm. This is just like chapstick, and I just kind of run this on because my lips are always crusty and I hate it. So I just put it under there just to kind of put some moisture in, and then I take this Charlotte Tilbury like lipstick lip balm. I don't even know what this is, to be honest. I don't know what it's called. I don't know, but it's in the shade Everlasting Kiss. This is what the packaging looks like, if that helps. But this, I call this like my lips but better. It's like a lip balm lipstick. It doesn't even feel like a lipstick, to be honest, but I just pop this on my lips. It gives it the prettiest like tint of color, and I just run this along like that. I just do a little bit, and then I go into lip gloss. I don't really, like, sometimes I'll wear lipstick. It's not very often. Most of the time I just wear lip gloss. This is the Quo Beauty lip oil. It was blue, but it turned grayish. I don't know what happened. Okay, the lip gloss made it look ugly. I promise it's not nasty. It's just from the lip gloss. And I just mix this in and put it on my lips, and it gives it the prettiest shine. and it just looks natural on my lips, which is what I want. Alright, we are almost done. I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter, so let's do that. So I take the Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Golden Flower Crown. I've had this for years. This is like my holy grail. And I just take this on a little Morphe highlighting brush, and I pop this on the high points of my cheeks, just right here, and it just gives it like the slightest glow, which I want, and it just looks so good right there. Love that. Okay, and then we're gonna go into a pencil brush with the same highlighter, and I love to highlight my nose. I like my nose, so I just put it here like a little button and down the bridge, and it just adds a little touch. And just because I'm scared that I'm gonna have like a line of highlighter, I go in with this brush and just kind of blend everything together. Make sure it's very seamless, like so. Cool. So now we're gonna finish off the look by putting mascara on the bottom lashes. Not everyone likes mascara on the bottom, but I do. It's a necessity. So I'm just gonna pop a thin coat under there. Alright, and let's push this back. Our makeup is done. We're gonna take these hair clips out, zhuzh out my hair a little bit. There we go. And this is the finished makeup look. It's super easy. Well, it's easy for me, you know. It's just, you have to practice, so then you get better at it. But yeah, this is my makeup look when I do my makeup. I feel like the eyeshadow just like makes it look so like it's so easy. It's simple, but it looks like you put a lot of work in, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love the way it looks. It took me a while to actually get like this as like my makeup, everyday makeup look. It definitely is trial and error, trying out what works for you and all that, and I finally got something that I like. It's like a natural glam, which is what I love. I like looking glam, but I love looking natural at the same time. Natural, I do this because I'm wearing like quite a bit of makeup. But yeah, this is what is my everyday makeup. I love it. I feel super confident in it. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe down below. If you guys have any products that you want me to try out or that you think I would like, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to try them out. But yeah, I love y'all. Don't forget to love yourself. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, scouts. Oh, bye.